Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Using Kane with the comes in there.
Didn't stop it. He knew what was about to happen. Wait a moment. Wait a moment.
I see it now. I see it now.
What are you dropping? Let it do it to you, bad shit.
What? 8th Street.
To show to you that I'm more good than I am bad.
Azure. Stop it. They have a family. Don't do it to them.
And I'll be somewhere that you need me, and I'll be holding my breath, waiting for you to show.
A 1v5.
And he's sniped by Illusion.
Calamity's gonna get gunned again. That was a great nade by Mail.
Should never have gotten that 3-piece.
Yeah, somewhere the deep inside of you, I know you want me. You're just afraid to say.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are here. We are back. It has been a week, and we are back. Today is the start of round 2 in our preseason season on season 2 of the K7 League. And tonight we got an interesting matchup. We got Nemesis Gaming, and we have Calamity eSports. So we're starting this off with a gunrunner hardpoint. It's been an interesting week. We've had a few changes go on. Obviously, the introduction of season 4. You know, everyone's still crying over the update. I personally got yeeted with an 80 gigabyte update, but it happens. It happens. A lot of us are done now, and we're here, and we are going to be getting right into this game.
Yes, indeed we are, and I am Comica, in case you guys don't know. I'm the other caster, and we are getting in here now with Calamity versus Nemesis. And it appears that for some reason, my freaking player card and my minimap is disabled, so I'll fix that right now. So C6, I assume this is not the actual C6. A little bit of an imposter going on here, coming around the side. But so far, playing like it. He's 1 for 1 right now. He's going to be getting up on this first hill, but they kind of lost the spawns to Nemesis.
Yep, this is an interesting game. So unless I'm getting my teams mixed up and getting my details a little bit oofy, I believe Calamity eSports. I don't believe we have seen this team play yet. I think they, as far as I'm aware, they won a forfeit for round 1. So this is the first time we are going to be seeing these guys playing. So we got C6, which is Zyro. If that's how you pronounce that, they always get his crap pronounce names wrong. Yeah, Zyro, I believe.
Oh god, if that's the same Zyro that I think it is, we're in for a good one.
Yeah, I believe it is. Let me get to the name real quick.
Because I've seen that guy play.
Yeah, Zyro. Yeah, it's Zyro.
Jeez,
I just want to double check that before people start giving me crap. You pronounced their name wrong. But yeah, so we got Zyro, we got DJ, we got Goop, Percival, and we got Ray on the Calamity eSports side. Started off pretty well, 32-4, not too bad, looking pretty hot. Zyro 3-2. Let's see if Nemesis can bring it back here on this second hardpoint rotation.
I'm amazed that Zyro is still alive right now. The Nemesis guys, they're having a little bit of a hard time here, getting put at a little bit of a point gap, as now they were basically gifted the spawns in the beginning, but they're not able to hold on to it. C6 and the guys, they're now they've killed all that there is to kill here. They have hunted them to extinction on P number 2. Or at least so I thought. They're going to go in for the scraps here, it looks like, while Calamity goes for next to try and get an even bigger point gap. They're content to let them have these 30 points that they're going to be able to get from this, because they know that they're going to be able to get even more off of this next hill.
Yeah, that was a pretty big rotation coming in from Calamity eSports. Like you said, they're pretty content giving those easy scraps over the Nemesis Gaming. They are more than happy to take it over and bring it up to 55-29. But Nemesis, no rotation for this next hardpoint. Let's see if they can break this hill and tie that lead back up.
Yes, indeed. We are going to be in with Percival right now. He's on 7 kills in a row. Just now, as I say it, he is going to be drawing his first death of the game. Well, first death, sorry, not of the game, obviously. He's got 4 of them. But, like, well, what I'm saying here is that the dude is doing pretty good. He's 12-4, and he is really a good reason why his team is winning. He's just been holding down this hill. No one has been able to beat him. He's been like a rock wall, an impenetrable fortress of a man, this guy.
It's just gaming, man. They gotta do something here. It's gonna look like they're gonna start rotating towards the containers hard. They are gonna be met by one of the players of Calamity eSports. Running circles around them as Ray does get taken out by Raw Dog, giving Nemesis Gaming the rotation, but he is gonna have to take another one. Can he get the final kill? No. And Raw Dog is gonna go down to Zyro. Big fight going on here. Both teams have got a decent rotation for this one. Nemesis Gaming, though, they're gonna be looking to get some more points here.
Yeah, you see, the thing is, though, is that Nemesis, they really got to get as much time as they can possibly get, if not, like, close to a full 60 off of this, because if you look at where Calamity eSports is, they have got spawns for next, which means it is going to be pretty much essential that they get as close as they can to Calamity before this next hill, and even perhaps maybe get the spawn flip, which it appears that they just did. And Goop is pretty much the only one that can possibly save Calamity from a little bit of a, I'll say, calamitous, meaning bad situation. They kind of went in a little bit too hard for this hill. Because, I mean, the goal when you have the good spawns for P5 is to just make sure that the enemy team does not get gets as little time off of P4 as much as is humanly possible, but they kind of overcommitted to that, and now we're going to see Nemesis get the P5 spawns and the setup for it, and with the potential to take the lead now.
Yeah, they're bouncing back a little bit. Raw Dog was in a decent little bit of a spree there. Big contender for that that rotation right there, but he is going to go down there to Percival. Coming back again though, he's looking for that. Oh. Sorry, something caught my eye there. But no, Raw Dog's doing pretty good now. He's going 12 and 13, starting to bring it back a little bit. It was a little bit slow at the start of the game. He is waiting for those Calamity members to come in from the forest side.
I mean, they're trying to go for next right now because they pretty much got this one on lockdown. But I mean, I don't blame Calamity for trying to chow for these last 20 seconds because just how close the game has become. If you look, there's only 2 points separating these teams right now. And that might just help Calamity in the long run if this game does keep the trend of staying nice and close at the end of this rotation at least. But yeah, DJ and the guys, they are going to be trying to get these next spawns for P2 and maybe, I guess, a little bit of time off this first one, but they're going to be getting beat to the punch on P2 spawns by Nemesis once again. So they're going to try and goad them out of these good spawns and try and get them to overcommit by giving them the threat of them getting a lot of time off this first hill. Nemesis going to react very, very well and pretty much bulldoze them directly off of it. And yeah, they're going to be able to try and not only catch up to them, but they're going to be able to just keep them nice and penned up here so they can't get too close towards next.
This is good. Nemesis are playing this pretty well. They're holding down these spawns. They're capitalizing on their mistakes from the first set of hard points there. They realize that they overcommitted too much of the first hard point in the first half of the game, and now they are just going to hold down those spawns and make sure they do get as much time up at the next point as they can, which is looking like they are going to do. Calamity eSports not much of a rotation here at all. They're spawning pretty far back. But we are going to see one player almost sneak by. They are going to be spawning 9 cars now, so they're getting a little bit of a closer spawn. 3 of that. I believe they may have just took spawns as well. I believe I just saw one player spawn right at the back of the hard point. So this could be big. Nemesis Gaming, only one person on the hard point. They do have still spawns though. Sorry, my English is terrible today.
It's alright, dude. But yeah, as you can see, one of the players for Calamity eSports dropping from the server, unfortunately. So now is a good opportunity for Nemesis to even further capitalize on what has been a downward trend since the beginning for Calamity eSports. I guess they're fitting their name today. One bad thing after another happening to them after a very monumentally good start. But now it might be coming to a cataclysmic end as Nemesis going to be taking a little bit of a point gap. Not even to mention the fact that they have one player more than them at all times, more or less. I mean, Calamity doing a good thing here by trying to get the spawns, but I mean, it's going to be difficult. Hopefully they can get their last player in as soon as it's humanly possible.
That's all they can really do at this point, man. They're just holding off. I believe they are trying to get that other player in right now, but this could be bad, man. Nemesis Gaming, they could get them in a nice spawn trap here. I've not seen a nice spawn trap in quite a while.
I mean, they're trying, but kind of failing here. Nemesis, they are going to be just pile driving onto the hill, but Hazardous Evil going to be turning on one. That's kind of something that you shouldn't let happen, and DJ gonna think that his teammate had that because he really should have. Kind of dies in the back from no health being given, and we are going to be seeing Nemesis still holding on to this hill. Not that that's too difficult of a task with having one more player on the map than their opponents. C6 and the guys, they are going to be just punching at thin air. They do have the spawns for this still, which is, I guess, a little bit of a silver lining for them in the situation, but the bad thing about this situation for them is that Nemesis can win off this next point or any of the remaining hills with less than a full hill's worth of time.
They're doing decent, brother. They're doing decent kills. Calamity's they're not out of this, 100% just yet. I mean, let's see what they can do for this hard point here. They're getting decent trades going off. Not as bad as what we've seen from some other 5v4s before, but I mean, Nemesis is holding this point then pretty.
Yeah, man, I mean, it's basically all you can do at this point. These guys are really, they might be able to get on and contest a little bit just to prevent them from winning off this hill, to try and just continue to let their teammate get back in here. I don't know who necessarily it was that lagged out. I think it was actually Percival, their top fragger, which is a big oof. So, yeah, that's going to be definitely not what you need. They do get a little bit of a break on here, but as you can see, Nemesis and their setup here, they are pretty much nice and ready for that. In fact, they wanted that to happen because, I mean, just no one anywhere near close for Calamity. I mean, just look at this. They're just so incredibly set up here. Clumsy and the guys, they are...
Yeah, it doesn't help their spawns right now, man. They got terrible spawns right now. They're spawning all the way back, all separated.
Yeah, that's what I'm
hate to be
saying right
Calamity.
now. It's pretty much exactly what they wanted.
And
They wanted
that is going to sum up our game 1. 250 to 189. That's unfortunate, man. Calamity eSports, they had a good start there. I mean, that could have been a different match if that player didn't drop out. I mean, you said it, Percival, top fragger. I mean, would have been a completely different game there. But these things do happen.
Okay, so I'm just reading the referee chat right now, just making sure that everything is good. Apparently there was a warning being thrown out for 3 stuns on the part of Nemesis Gaming, but they did apparently fix it, and they will be winning this one. Hazardous Evil, dropping a solid 31 bomb on them. I mean, that was... We're starting to get to the time where we start to see the top fraggers getting around 40, but I mean, when there's only 4 people on the other team, I kind of get, so... Yeah, he's going to be dropping 31 and 22, doing a pretty solid job. Everyone else doing around positive, or just about that. On the other side, we are going to be seeing, oh, Percival, he only joined back in time to die 1 time. That feels real bad. But yeah, we are going to be getting in here, hopefully with a better performance internet-wise and gameplay-wise from Calamity eSports. I mean, who's to say they wouldn't have finish it off strong, even though they were kind of struggling there in the midsection of the game. But yeah, let's check out the maps right now. Hopefully we have a better performance from them gameplay and internet-wise on Piccadilly Search and Destroy. That is going to be the next map. A little bit of a more long-range map, long sight lines, and you got to watch out for those ever-present car bombs. So you said that you have seen one of these teams before, correct? You've seen Nemesis?
Yeah, we've seen Nemesis Gaming. I can't remember the team they went up against, but we saw them last weekend. They played pretty well. I believe they did win off of a forfeit, though, a map forfeit. I mean, they played really well. I wouldn't say they're the top teams in the league. I'd say they're more kind of mid. Calamity eSports, I mean, all I really know about Calamity eSports is the names. I know a lot of the guys in that team are really, really good players, probably verging on the top players. But as far as a team, I've not seen Calamity play yet, so it's going to be interesting.
Yes,
Their
indeed.
debut match after they got that free win from the forfeit.
Yep, and we will be seeing them play a little bit more when we come back from this hot break. We'll be back in 3 minutes, dudes. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back in just a second.
Fill me out with your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 Safe and sound.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, myself and Kamako, we are back from our break, and we're going to be moving right into Piccadilly Search, Calamity eSports, and Nemesis Gaming. And they do have all 5 of their players this time, so we're going to see. I'm excited, man. I want to. Do we not? Oh, okay. Never met. Alright, take 2.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, I guess.
Snap.
What? Why did
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I'm a little bit. I am confusion here, but yeah, it looks like something was awry, and not everybody was all good to go, I guess. But I'm assuming that we'll be getting going here in just a little bit. For those of you guys that are just tuning in now, this is Calamity eSports versus Nemesis Gaming. So far, it has been a little bit of a unclear thing as to who is actually the better of the two teams just yet, because the first one, it is a little bit shrouded in the dark shadow of a lag out for Calamity eSports at literally the halfway point, and they did not get him back until after the game was basically over. So, pretty much, this is going to be the first true test, assuming that there are no lag outs, for Calamity eSports to show that they do have what it takes to defeat their opponents in Nemesis. Alrighty then, so map is going to be Piccadilly, a map that I would thoroughly expect to see. Oh, apparently another draw. We are going to be, as I was saying, I was about to say thoroughly expect to see, not another draw, but another sniper. This is a little bit more of a sniper map. It's pretty much one that is necessary to run one on. Arklov Peak is one where you can kind of get away with that one, but it's still nice. But this one is pretty much a dang necessity that you run a sniper on this map. Not just for those long-range picks, but also for intel purposes, especially on the attacking side. You have a long sight line that straight from the defenders, the defender's spawn all the way through into the A site. So basically, you can see how many people cross to A with the sniper rifle if they don't smoke it out, obviously. But yeah, pretty much you're not only a slayer, like just a lane controlling guy, but you're also info gathering as well.
Yeah, Piccadilly's a good one, man. I like watching Piccadilly Search and Destroys because they traditionally play a lot differently than other maps, at least on this Call of Duty. And another draw, awesome.
Like, what the heck is going on?
But yeah,
bro?
so I mean, I think it's host issues. But yeah, I mean, this map usually plays a lot differently, like you were just saying there. Like, I mean, the map is completely different from majority of other Call of Duty maps. Not particularly a traditional free lane map. You know, it's more circular. It's a lot more open area. Like you said, you've got all those long sniper peaks, so it can be quite tense. I mean, I personally despise playing on this map, Search and Destroy. It's my least favorite map to play on, but as far as watching, hell yeah, I love it. It's good fun.
Yeah, so basically this is a map that I don't typically see a whole lot just because teams hate to play it so much, like you said. But everybody, I find it to be a more pleasurable viewing experience than a lot of the other maps just because it allows for a more, you know, variety in terms of play style. You do need a lot of different moving parts instead of just MP5s with 10mm rounds. I'm gonna bring that up every single time. This is literally my least favorite Call of Duty meta because the meta is just one gun. It's the freaking MP5. I mean, yeah, sure, M4, but hopefully these new guns with the update can change that up a little bit as we get in here now. Obviously not seeing them come out tonight, but hopefully in the future we will.
Alright. Not this is the draw.
Yes, indeed, it's not a draw this time. Now we will finally see who will reign supreme, as Chrome gonna get a good little pick mid buses and taking control over it for himself. I'm sure he's been called out. And this guy in the little area down bottom here is going to be trying to take him out, but oh, he has indeed done that. DJ and the dudes trying to make their way back and towards, oh god, this is a great camera angle, thank you so much, Activision. But anyways, it is now a 2v2, make that a 1v2, as Clumsy is now by his lonesome, trying to come around the back with an M4, got Ray up in his sights, not able to land a shot because of the insanity of his head glitch. He's going to be getting a little bit hit up by the flash and the bullets, so Calamity still looking very good in terms of their starting. Their breakout strats have been pretty good on both maps so far. The only things that have been troublesome for them so far have been the mid and end game. Alrighty then, so we are going to be seeing Calamity taking a very, very solid start in this game. I'm curious to see if any sniper rifles are coming out. Yes, indeed. Onisan with the HDR, or maybe not. Onisan apparently.
Interesting choice.
Oh, there he is. It was apparently viewing the wrong player and putting it to good use already, taking down Goop. And I'm sure that he used it to see these guys cross for A, or maybe he didn't, because in all honesty, he should have called out 3 cross for A, which means that there is obviously, by process of elimination, 2 on B. But they sent Bomb with 2 guys to A instead, which is leading me to believe that they're either using their intel improperly or they did not get intel. So, yeah, they're going to be getting completely flanked around upon by Chrome here. He's got to do it all himself now, up against 4 dudes. He's looking at the pistol for him. This is audacious.
That was not looking good for Chrome there.
Yeah, not looking too good for him there at all. Yeah, I mean, the dude, he didn't really have much he could do there, in all honesty. He was pretty much all by his lonesome up against 4 dudes, and he did not have pretty much any intel as to where the guys were at. I mean, I said that a sniper is pretty much important, a damn near necessity on this map, but you have to use it properly. Not just for kills.
For sure.
Let's see, and it appears that we are not going to have one
coming out from the Calamity side. I think they're pushing pretty hard on this A side. No one going B side. Nemesis Gaming still not picked up on it. They got 3 people on that B side. They're starting to pick it up. They're starting to move around, go through middle buses.
Yeah, Clumsy just got a solid 2-piece there, collateral, because the Calamity guys, they kind of just ran both right up into him at the same time. But yeah, C6 is going to be up and behind them, somehow made his way into this really solid position. And Bomb is down, though, so he's going to have to go back and get it from the clutches of Clumsy. Going to let out some shots, knowing everyone on the map know exactly where he is. And just like that, mid-bus is going to come and clap down on him, and Calamity are going to be dropping their first point of the game to Nemesis.
This isn't the most exciting Piccadilly Spurs that I thought it would be, man. I want to see some more snipers coming out. I want to see those dirty sniper spots.
Yeah, I mean, they have a sniper Nemesis, but they're just not utilizing it very, very well at all. You gotta use it for info gathering as well as killing. He's not really getting too much from his angles right here, I'm gonna be honest. First of all, pretty much, you're not really gonna be able to get too much anyway when the map is completely covered in smoke, to be truly unfair. But yeah, Raw Dog Gerard gonna be making his way towards A, as his teammates have completely cleared things over the way towards B. It's a 3v3 now, as Hazardous gonna be picking up the most recent kill, so we'll hop in with him. Goop and the guys are going to be in mid buses. Raw Dog Gerard taking down one at the same time as Hazardous Evil, and Ray going to be all by his lonesome. They're going to pretty much know where he is, especially now when he stuns him out. They're going to know that he's not here, holding the lane. But, oh, Nissan with the hit marker, bro, with the HDR. Oh, he must have hit him in the leg or something. That is not good at all. They're going to be getting this bomb planted, but Ray somehow surviving all these bullets. This guy is made out of freaking adamantium or something like that. Some otherworldly material, because I don't know, I want a bulletproof vest from whatever this dude is made out of, because geez Louise, he is eating bullets for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Anyways, coming around the back.
Bag player from right here.
Yeah, he's gonna be turning on Raw Dog Gerard!
He's gonna get the kill!
Oh, that's not okay.
One more. Hazardous Evil.
Yeah, the dude is trying to play his life here, just playing it real smart, playing the time. He knows he's got to defuse, trying to get the last possible second. He's just going to take him off his streaks, but he is completely out of time. Just give him a little bit of a heart, because he knows that, like, yeah, he knows that that's a round loss. Just going to take him off of perk streaks, but that's about it. I mean, not much to be gained out of that in terms of victories.
That was a good play from Ray, though. I mean, he made a pretty good rotation right there, and like you said, man, like he took a lot of builds. I'm surprised he stayed alive that long.
I mean, he played that pretty much as well as he could without challenging Hazardous Evil too hard. I mean, that was just well played by both guys, but just the amount of time that Hazardous Evil had left and the minimal amount of support that he had, there was no chance he was going to be able to win that, assuming that good play came out from Nemesis Gaming. There's like, they just played it really well, so well played on both sides. It's just an inevitable outcome with the
such a fast Piccadilly game, man. These teams are pushing pretty hard as a 2v3 bomb down on the Calamity eSports side.
Yeah,
as Goop just gets absolutely destroyed. Percival, last man alive. Can he do it? 1v3, and he is gonna get taken out by Raw Dog.
Yeah, I mean, something that you gotta start taking into account for Calamity eSports, I hate to point stuff like this out, but when you are 5 rounds in, and one of your players does not have a single kill, that is a little bit troublesome, especially when it's a close game and you're trying to pull ahead in the lead. They're really gonna need Goop to just pull himself together and figure out what the heck is going on here. Maybe not push up as aggressively. Like you said, we're seeing some lightning fast starts where pretty much half the lobby is dead in the blink of an eye. But yeah, maybe a little bit more of a reserved approach would be good for Goop here. He's going to go for the shell. Does end up getting his first kill off the back of a trade for his teammate. Going to be just laying down and waiting. Goop really starting to pick it up here. The reserved approach is really, really working out for him, it appears. 2 more kills, double the amount in this life than in all rounds previous, and his teammates are really just absolutely clamping down on him. Not really much of a
man, you can tell you got that motivational speech in the chat there. They're like, come on, man, you gotta do this, man. You got no kills. We all know the feeling of being in a donut squad.
Donut squad. Yes, indeed. Oh, good flank from Raw Dog Gerard, keeping it alive for his team, making it more and more possible by the second, but Clumsy's gonna fall. Good thing Raw Dog has the bomb, but now they all know exactly where he is. If they play this smart, they will all chow him at once from different angles, but no need to all chow him at once. You got Goop, who gets 3 kills in a row on this team and is now starting to make the difference for his team. The dude, he definitely saw what was going on here. He's like, nah, this ain't it, Chief. It's not going down like this. We are going to be getting some kills from me in this game, and they are going to be ones that win my team around, which could end up breaking this, so far, deadlock.
He heard you, man. He heard you call him out in the stream. He had to make some big plays.
So let's hop in here with Clumsy now, as he's trying to get up on top of the clothing store, shoe store, whatever you like to call it. It's got shoes, it's got clothes, it's got everything. But anyways, gonna be finding, unable to actually hit the bomb planter and get a kill off of that. Oh, good snap on Goop, though. But C6, he does have the bomb planted, and he's got 2 people to kill. All he's got to do is just play time, make sure they don't get the defusal here. But Nemesis Gaming, I know what they're going to do. They're going to go 1 for the defuse and 1 for the covering of the defuse. But, yeah, it appears that Clumsy is going to be giving good coverage to that defuse, and Onisan is going to be doing the clipping of the wires on the bomb. So, Nemesis still keeping this lead. If this does keep going the way it is, and they keep trading round for round like this, then Nemesis will actually win mathematically. So, gotta take 2 rounds in a row here at some point is Calamity.
That was a fast round, bro. That Clumsy jumped out that window and completely shit on Goop. I was on Goop's perspective there, man. He just flew out that window, completely dumpstered him.
Yeah. Onisan, is he still running the sniper? Based on his positioning, I would doubt it. Yes, indeed, he has switched to an MP5. Can be hiding up in the smoke, but Percival, this dude has Predator vision from the movie Predator. The dude has infrared vision. It's like a snake in the grass, and gonna be taking down a few before he goes down. But Calamity, again, clapping right on back at lightning speed. These guys, they're just trying to out-gunfight each other. Not really keen on going for the tactical gameplay, these guys. They just want to stand and bang. Sometimes it's kind of the things you like to see in Search and Destroy. A good old slugfest, a stand and bang as I like to call it. Because you just slug it out, just not even putting your guard up, more or less. You're just going in and swinging at each other until one of you guys isn't standing anymore, more or less. It's one of my favorite things to see in MMA and also in Call of Duty. Maybe Percival gonna have a nice 2-piece lined up from here!
Absolutely dumpstered.
That's rough, bro. And yeah, he might be able to get even more.
Play from Calamity with the people in mid-map as well.
Oh god, just like that, they lost everything, dude. Goop is now the last man standing, and he is, in a few rounds, in like 3 rounds, he's gotten 7 kills. Make that 8! The dude is putting them on the cusp of victory. Goop coming out of left field, quite literally, or right field, I guess you could say. He's on the right side of the map, haha. But anyways, gonna be just going in and eating these guys up like a bunch of, I don't know, chocolate bites or dumplings or airheads. Hashtag airheads, please sponsor us. We would love it. Dude, one thing I do love about Airheads, though, is those new Airheads bites. Not necessarily new anymore. They've been around for, like, a long time, but whenever I think of Airheads, I think of Airheads bites, so... Anyways, that's a little bit of enough of anecdotes from Comica today. Onisan, gonna see one of his teammates fall right before his very eyes. Gonna be a little bit freaking out now, I can only imagine, because he doesn't know where these guys are at all, since the mini-map is now clear of dots. Percival making his way up through mid-buses now. He knows generally where these guys are, but oh, the smoke out gonna mean that there is a plant going on here, but he's gonna be unable to get the frag off the plant. That's unfortunate, the exit frag not going his way. Percival, now by himself, is gonna be getting a little bit clapped on back, so we're gonna have a map number 11 here. I mean, a round number 11, excuse me. So, this is gonna be quite the tense situation.
We have not had a round 11 in so long. Oh, I miss these. I miss this.
It's been damn near every cast for me on this channel, at least.
For me, it's been a while.
Oh, for you, yeah. But I swear to God, every single cast I have on this channel is a round 11 search and destroy at least one of the searches. Anywho, we're going to be giving the spotlight to Raw Dog Gerard, who has got the bomb and is going to be dictating the pace of this game. So it appears that it's going to be a lot more of a reserved approach for Nemesis, not trying to die too early on, because they know that when you die in this round, it is for good. And now the trees start to come out. He's going to be spotting Goop, excuse me, and trying to go up for this plant, but he's overrunning the bomb. This is incredibly risky. He's going to be seeing Ray going up top. He's going to realize that now is not the best opportunity for him to be standing in that particular spot. He's trying to take Ray off the top, getting some help from Hazardous Evil, so now it's all on Goop in C6, who's making a flank around the back. This could be devastating! Yes, he does take it down to just 2 players. It is a 2v2 now, as he does go down from 1 there, and now it's only Goop, the man who had no kills at the halfway point, now has to do it all for his team. Luckily for him, they do have the onus of planting it, so he's gonna find Chrome, and now he knows exactly where the other guy is. He's gonna see him, he's gonna kill him, and he is gonna be just really going from 0 to hero. This is the story, hashtag storylines that you love to see here, ladies and gentlemen. Goop going from no kills at the halfway point to saving his team.
Bro, I thought he dropped the bomb to go shoot the body there. I was about to get excited.
Nah, dude, wouldn't risk it in this high intensity of a situation, bro. I wouldn't. There's a time and a place for shooting bodies, but this is definitely not one of them. I mean, he had ample time to do it, I guess, but I don't know. It's a little bit of a situation where you gotta tread lightly. One mistake, albeit, like, it would have to be like a 20-second mistake. He would have totally, potentially lost it for his team. But, again, doubtful that would have happened. But yeah, dude. So, that is going to be the first round of the night going towards Calamity eSports. Well, I mean, their first round of the night. I should correct my speech there. Because, technically, Nemesis did win the first round. I'm saying technically because Percival, Mr. 13 and 9 in this game, Mr. Top Fragger for Calamity eSports lagged out in the first round. Who's to say it still wouldn't have been the same result, but it does kind of cast a little bit of shadow of doubt upon the situation as we're going into the halfway point. It is now tied. So yeah, anything you want to say before we go to another 3-minute break here, Chaotix?
Nah, man, I mean, it was a good game. It was a lot much of a different Piccadilly search than what we usually see. I mean, Calamity eSports, they played that really fast, they played that really confident, and I think Nemesis Gaming, they just weren't able to, I mean, they obviously caught on to it because they got rushed every single round, but, like, they didn't seem like they adapted too well. You know, they were pushing up and they were meeting them every single round. There's a lot of smarter ways they could have played that game. I mean, like you said before, I can't remember what that phrase that you used. Slug it, or I don't know what you said, but it was funny.
Oh,
but,
it's a slugfest. They stand and bang.
Yeah. So it's just all gunfights, you know. The Calamity just get in there, they just want kills. Nemesis Gaming, you know, they were just meeting them. They were just playing their game, like someone said in the comments of the stream. You know, they could have easily played that a lot more tactically and possibly came out with a win there. But I mean, nevertheless, good game. We love to see the hero story coming from Goop, who started off with 0 kills. That's great. Finishing it out with 10 and 7. But yeah, looking forward to this map 3.
Yes, indeed we are, and we are going to be seeing it as soon as we come back from this 3-minute break. Do not go anywhere, guys. We will have more COD action for you guys between these two closely skilled teams. We'll be right on back.
Over your skin, you can see it beat, intoxicating your energy. First time in so long, you felt the heat, evaporating your bindings. Move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the I know the sadness that cripples you. It comes in waves and out of the blue. But there are days you feel freedom too. Bask in the glorious lightning. Move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the move like the move like the move like the radiate, radiate, radiate. Gravitate, gravitate, gravitate. Innovate, innovate, innovate.
What is up, people? We are back. We are here with Game 3. It is currently a 2-0 lead for Calamity eSports up against Nemesis Gaming. And we are here with Domination back on gun. I mean, Calamity eSports, they're going to be looking for a much different outcome here. We did see Percival, unfortunately, disconnect during the first half of the hardpoint on Gunrunner. I mean, he managed to get back into the game at the end just in time to go 0-1, but he's going to be looking for a much better outcome here. They're going to want to take this 3-0.
Yeah, so now a little bit of, you know, usually end games, this is what makes or breaks a team, the domination. Because most times at this point it's make or break because it's usually 2-0. But Calamity and Nemesis both have the luxury of not having this be the last one, but this is pretty much going to be the turning point of the round. Especially with another respawn up next, Calamity just need to show that they do have what it takes on the respawns in order to get themselves going once again. So far, they're showing like they got what it takes, but I've seen this movie before, my friend. They get off to a very, very good start, but then Nemesis, they really pick it up, and then Calamity struggles in the middle, and, I mean, maybe we didn't get to see the end of the movie the last time. It was cut a little bit short for us on the first round to see if they can actually make the comeback or not because they didn't have all their players. But in the last round, they did make the comeback towards the end there. They did have the solid finish, despite having the rough middle and the good start.
Apologies, I'm fixing an issue right now. I said it was 2-0, it's 1-1. I'm losing my head right now. It's 2:48 AM and I'm tired. But I mean, this is a good game so far. Calamity eSports are just coming out here. They want this win. But Nemesis are going to be keeping hold of B and C right now, but however, C is going to be falling down to neutral from Calamity eSports. Not going to be capping it though.
Something.
This is interesting, man.
Yeah, they gotta do something right now, Nemesis. They have it set up to where both teams are now spawning on the same side. They're fighting over the spawns, and it is getting quite messy up in here. Clumsy trying to... Oh, he turns his back at the worst time possible. Feels bad, man. But Hazard's Evil somehow still alive here. They're going to be content to just try and stabilize the spawns now, because they're pretty much doing the same thing that I am. You just can't thrive in chaos. It's just not something that you can do, especially when Calamity has been shown to be a little bit, I would argue, a little bit more... Like, the chaos definitely does give them a little bit better of an advantage. Like, in last round, there weren't really too many setups going on there in the last round on Search and Destroy. They pretty much, like I said, they traded shots until one of them dropped. They had a little bit of a stand and bang fest, a little bit of a slug fest. And that has been shown to go the way of Calamity eSports. So Nemesis, if they want to win this, they're going to have to do it in a nice and orderly fashion, in my personal view. But, I mean, Calamity, they do have a little bit of structure to the way they play as well. So, even though it's looking a little bit chaotic, it definitely has a little bit of semblance of order to it.
This is good, bro. They're playing this well. Calamity eSports, they have a plan here. And they are executing that plan. 56-42.
Yes, indeed. Clumsy trying to make his way mid-map, instantly clapped down upon Calamity, really going for this mid-map control, because not only is that the only way that Nemesis is going to be able to break B-Hill, more or less, unless they just go full send straight up Route 1, but it's also a good way for them to keep a question mark over who is going to be owning the C flag in the next few seconds. But yeah, it appears that Hazardous Evil has managed to bulldoze his way on through or sneak his way through, as I see that he didn't get a kill that entire way, but pretty much managed to sneak his way past. And yeah, they're really starting to fall behind in terms of kills and points now as well. But I mean, look at Chrome. He's starting to get back control over B, but really needs some help up in here. He's got some help behind him, but doesn't quite react in time, especially can't really react when C6 has got your back on lockdown too and kills your friend behind you. So yeah, they are going to be trying to make a little bit of a play for A. Instantly slapped back into its planning stages. Right back to the Stone Age for Nemesis Gaming, more or less. They have been more or less decimated in this first half by Calamity. Is it impossible for them? Hell no. But is it unlikely for them? Especially with the way that Calamity is playing? Yes.
Yeah, they came out there swinging in that first round there. As we do come to a close, that was a good plays from them there. Nemesis Gaming, man, they gotta do something here. They gotta come into the second round with a complete different outlook. Good, our man from the Search and Destroy. What did you said, from 0 to hero?
Yeah, 0
Coming
to
out
hero.
Play the game here.
Goop man of the match. Definitely, I would have to say. If you told me halfway through that Search and Destroy, I would have been saying at this point, Goop man of the match, I would have told you, get the heck out of here. But yeah, I mean, the dude is really looking strong right now. I want to see some more Goop. He's actually their top fragger as well right now, and he's tied for most captures with his other teammates. But I mean, Chrome, if you want to be technical, he has more captures than all of them. But I mean, his team is in the losing position right now, so it's going to be a little bit of a so what type of situation. Chrome trying to find this guy around B as his teammates do get a solid push towards A, and they flip the spawns rather instantly, I would have to say. Dog Gerard looking really strong here, as well as Goop trying to make his way towards B and do something here. He's fragging them out, forcing them out of their good positions. Just regaining the heals here and the teammates. They're about to push back in here. Does get a solid entry frag. But coming around the back is Dog Gerard. Takes him down in the back. Gray able to get the turn, though. As now, starting to get control over the flag here is Calamity. But, I mean, you still got to deal with the guys in the homestead of A for Nemesis. You got Hazardous Evil just shown here on the Godheady with the AR. Gonna take quite some doing to take him off of this.
They got their trophy set up and everything. Nice triple from Hazardous Evil there. He's still going. Another one for him as he takes out Zyro, or C6, as he is known in the game at the moment. And he is still not dead. He is not leaving that head glitch. That's his spot, and he is going to stay there.
Yeah, I mean, Ray...
Double cap coming in from Nemesis, starting to bring it back a little bit at least.
I mean, Hazardous still got some opportunities to do some good work for his team, but I mean, against 4, I mean, he can kill 4 people, obviously, but 4 at the same time, that's a little bit more of a difficult task. So, we are going to be seeing Calamity trying to regain control over B, but again, Hazardous, it's a tale of two halves right here for them so far. They're really starting to make some good strides. They've definitely had the majority of the capping in this half, but Calamity, they did it for longer, meaning they had, you know, they had more of capping on the first half, and the second half is not even halfway done. So, Nemesis, they've still got a lot of time in order to come back, but Calamity, they do still also have, in the inverse, have a lot of time to stop this.
It's looking good, man. They got Nemesis Gaming. They're looking a lot stronger now. Hazardous Evil on a triple spree right now. Just taking people out. They can do it, man. I believe in you, Nemesis Gaming. You can do it.
What is the setup for these guys right now? Yeah, it appears that for Calamity, it's just been a little bit of difficulty on this half at dealing with the AR. So, yeah, just so many kills going into the hands of Nemesis because of Hazardous just fragging out with the M4. We've seen him go on 2 individual disconnected 5 sprees, which have just really stopped the potential in its tracks for Calamity to stop this comeback from happening. He might not have the most impressive of KDs right now, but you gotta remember, he was going into this first half incredibly negative, but now they are looking to get the full cap based off of some really, really good AR play, and not to be not to be forgotten here is the main man, Chrome, who has 11 captures. On the inverse, the AR for Calamity is just a little bit silent right now. As you see, Ray is the AR guy, and he's 15-6, albeit Hazardous is now just breaking positive, but you gotta take into account his performance in this round in particular. The dude is just really slapping them a lot harder. He's just hitting a little bit different this round. There he goes on another 5 spree.
That's a nice turnaround for Nemesis Gaming, man. They got the triple cap coming in, 1 minute on the clock, got a 25-point lead. I mean, you said it's highly unlikely coming in the round 2, and they've done it, man. They've exceeded our expectations here. As we get closer to that mathematically impossible to come back area.
Yes, indeed, starting to make it a little bit less and less likely that they will now lose this game. I did say it was unlikely that Nemesis would win this, based on the point gap at the halfway point, but I did put a little bit of a caveat in there to save myself from looking stupid by saying, is it impossible? It's not impossible. So I still say that I was a little bit right. You see, I was only half right, but I was still right. Anyways, we are going to be seeing Nemesis going in for the full cap again, going in for the C cap as Calamity. They're just saying, oh crap, we just got to push on through and get a full cap, but even that won't do it for them. That's just an incredible turnaround of events for Nemesis Gaming. Their AR really showed up, and then again, so did Clumsy. Everyone really with a good thing to brag about in this game. Clumsy with sheer magnitude of kills in the game holistically. Hazardous Evil with the half of a lifetime, and just stopping them from getting pretty much any ground or any peek on them, forcing them into really unfavorable angles with the AR, and Chrome with the sheer amount of captures. He might have been the guinea pig, but I mean, guinea pigs are sometimes what you need in order to do things, but Clumsy, when you get kills like that, when you got moves like that, nobody can be beating you, dude.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was well played from Nemesis Gaming there. Great comeback. It takes some skill to, you know, be that many points down and to mentally prepare yourself going into that second round. That's why domination can be tense, man. It's a very tactical game mode. You know, going into that second round, you got that timer. You're thinking, oh man, we're down. What do we got to do here? It's all about that motivational man, team captain, calling the shots.
Yeah, it's really all about the mental game, because as I like to say in when I cast any match, whenever I'm asked about how I think a team is going to win, a game, it comes down to this. In this game, I would say it's 40% aim, 60% positioning or skill. That's the skill category, but it's 100% concentrated power of will. And we are seeing that come into play from Nemesis. They had the will to overpower Calamity, and they just pretty well did it. They damn well did it. Calamity, I'm sure that they wanted it too, but just did not quite go their way because of the AR presence of, let's take another look. I know I took the KDs off the screen, but let's take another look at this. Look at the main man here, Hazardous Evil. He was pretty much double negative at halftime, but he made it back to positive. He is now 24-19. Clumsy, also no slacker, going 28-17. And, I mean, look at those caps for Chrome. He went top of the lobby, and he didn't even go negative with all those captures. He went 13-18. That's pretty freaking solid. So, on the other side, I mean, Goop did some good stuff, but the main man, their AR just was not present enough, and they could not get anywhere close to the flags to cap on the second half. But yeah, we are going to be coming in here with a little bit of a break now, unless you got anything you want to talk about here, Chaotix.
I am all good, bro. I'm excited for this round 4.
Alrighty then, we will be getting in here with a little bit of a break. Might be a little bit more abbreviated, but it'll be at least 3 minutes. So do not let your hearts be troubled. We'll be right on back with some more action.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I'm joined by Kamaka.
Kamaka.
I always get that wrong, bro. That's such a tongue
Good,
twister. And we are here on Ramaza Hardpoint, Game 4. Nemesis Gaming currently in the 2-1 lead. And Calamity, man, backs against the wall, someone said. You're right. They had a strong lead at the start. They were looking pretty hot, but, you know, backs against the wall, like you said. They got to do something here. They got to take this lead and tie it up to
Yikes.
Nemesis Gaming, though, coming in strong. Hazardous Evil, the main man from the previous game, getting a nice double nade. One of them a teammate, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Esports currently holding down the spawns. I mean, Nemesis Gaming, man. I want to see a good game. I want to see a really close game. These games haven't been too close. I mean, that Search and Destroy was pretty close, but other than that, like, nothing crazy. You know, no crazy like, oh my god moments. I want to see some amazing, exciting here.
yeah, I mean, it's been. I think it's been a thoroughly enjoyable game. That comeback was pretty nice. Just, yeah. Anywho, Nemesis gonna be holding off on this last little bit of time, but getting contested on next. Hazardous Evil throwing down his little. Oh god, they just got completely encircled and, well, as a term that I like to say is surrounded and pounded. But DJ, oh, Goop, that's a little bit of a rough one there. Killing 2 of your own teammates with 1 grenade. Gonna be leaving it just on your lonesome inside of the electronics shop, but does take down 1 as his teammates are on the respawn. The good thing about that situation is that they do have a very close respawn because they took it from Nemesis Gaming. And so, Calamity, they are going to be looking to get right back into this game with some good time off of P2, albeit it's going to be really hard contested, judging by Nemesis's tenacity and unwillingness to give it up. I mean, why would they? There's still plenty of time left on it, but as you can see, the rotations are starting to come out now, and maybe Calamity is going to be blinking first on this point and rotating. But, yeah, they're going to be rotating second, but a little bit more harder than Nemesis. And now it's going to be a fight for point 3 as Raw Dog Gerard getting up in the thick of things behind the enemies. Let's see how he does here. Oh, that's huge. That's so huge. Takes down 2 off the hill. Well, next hill. He's got 1 more coming in after him. Turns on him! Oh, shooting the bodies for good measure. Raw Dog Gerard just... Oh my goodness, that is just not okay. That is rated R material right there. This is why the game is rated M for mature. Anywho, Raw Dog Gerard just hashtag exposing them live on stream, but then getting a little bit taken down by DJ. I mean, Nemesis, they are in a little bit of a precarious spot here. They do flip spawns out, which is a good thing. You don't want to have those back spawns for too long. I mean, they are going to be coming out of this hill, at least with the lead, mathematically, so they can get towards next a little bit sooner. They can still go for a little bit of a late chow on this with Clumsy, because he's just so close. If he can just take any bit of time off this, that'll just be extra money in the bank for these guys. I wasn't able to do anything at all, really. But, I mean, the good thing about this is that they have pretty much completely gapped Calamity eSports, and they're holding them down in the middle of the map. But I say that, and they have apparently let C6 break around the back, and that is, like you said, Zyril, a man who I have seen in some serious high levels of play. So I'm a little bit amazed to see him not with his typical teammates, actually. Anywho... yeah, he's going to be going 7 and 7. Got a couple coming in down beneath him as Calamity. They are holding these guys at a little bit of a distance. But, yeah, C6 a little bit aghast right there. He thought his teammate had that one. Thought he just completely unpeaked it. He's like, okay, guess I have to do this right now.
Calamity are looking pretty hot here, man. I mean, they're looking pretty confident. They're playing pretty well. Nemesis are just they're holding that hill pretty well, though. They're getting good points off these rotations. But Calamity, man, they're just there. They want to win this. They won this game 5. Hazardous Evil and Raw Dog, though, they are just going off right now. You got Clumsy and Chrome going well as well. Raw Dog, though, 11 and 7, man. He had a really good start to this game. 40 seconds in the hard point as well. Oh, as DJ just gets absolutely dumpstered by Oni-san.
Bro, as if Chromium is about to... oh, I was about to say, as if he's about to go around the back and get this 4K, but apparently not. It appears that Calamity is going to be on a little bit of a back foot right now, point-wise, but I mean, they've got a really good hold on the hill. That might be changing, though, as they are going to be facing the side that gives them the Godheady, but trying to take that away from them is Hazardous Evil. They do have someone sitting a little bit further back. This is a defense in-depth strategy from Calamity, and I like it, my dude.
That was a good hold from DG there. He got the pistol out, got a nice 50-meter pistol kill. Oh, but he did get taken out by Oni-san. We're gonna see rotations coming in for that hard point over by the construction. Calamity getting the really early rotation. They're spread out really well on the map right now. Just as Clumsy manages to run past the whole team, and he is going to go right to the back and possibly secure spawns for Nemesis Gaming.
Yeah, Clumsy might be
are
able to...
picking up. They know he's there. They
I mean, yeah. Clumsy and the guys, they did do some really good work there. They pretty much completely took out everybody except for C6, who is going to be still lurking. Zyro getting pushed off of that fight, and he's going to just go in for a little bit of contest on the time. Going to be giving it right to the back of Raw Dog Gerard. Oh my goodness. Anyways, we are going to be seeing them getting some good point control, but they have got the spawns still in the hands of Nemesis Gaming. Not looking to let all this hill time go by the wayside. They don't even need it mathematically to do this, but I mean, they're just trying to get as big of a lead as possible to prevent a potential comeback in the end, like happened in round number 2 for Calamity eSports, more or less.
I think this is going to be a close game, man. I mean, Nemesis are coming in. They came in pretty strong at the start of this game. You know, they're carrying that momentum over from that domination win there. But Calamity eSports, or Calamity, like I said, I mean, they just look really good right now to me, in my opinion. I think they're going to take this win. I think we're going to see a round 5 game 11, in my opinion.
You think we're going to see a map 5 or nah?
I'm calling it, bro. I'm calling it round 5 game 11. Or other way about, you know what I mean?
I don't know, man. Calamity is going to have to really pull themselves up by the bootstraps. Goop's going to have to be a little bit of a catalyst in that, as he is getting some good entry frags for his team. And Clumsy trying to come up through the... Oh, Goop just really putting him in the dirt. Nice and deep in the dirt, as Goop going to be coming on up here, just sliding around the hill, trying to find him, trying to turn on him. As, oh my goodness, DJ running out of bullets at the worst time humanly possible. That's going to be a clippable moment for Chrome, I'm sure. He's going to be putting that one all over his Twitter more than likely. Anyways, we are going to be seeing... I want to see where Zyril is in this situation. He's bottom mid. So, yeah, they're pretty much just trying to go for a little bit of a map control play here and then enter on in. Because, I mean, Nemesis, they've got a really good setup here. Especially Hazardous. He's going to be just preventing anybody from really getting on the point at all. Yeah, you see, case in point right there. Gets beat down by Zyril, though. That's a little bit of a question mark over my head. Zyril trying to make his way towards the point even closer now. Just him and his boys do have control over it, but you know who has control over the game entirely? That is Nemesis Gaming. They are going to be breaking on through to the hill still. And now, look at this map control. That is just not what you need for Calamity. That is just... That's not going to be losing them a lot of point time, but it's just a statement of fact. And the fact of the matter is that they are falling incredibly far behind, and they are looking a little bit shaky right now. Nemesis, with full time, which they will most likely not get, I'm going to be honest here, could win off of any of the remaining hills, but Calamity, they know this, and they're going to have to chow really hard for it. They're going to have to chow each of the subsequent points extra hard and not rotate as early as they would like to normally, because the threat of a Nemesis victory is just too great. So they're going to be coming on in here, clearing off the point. Only Chrome left, who has been really their point player. As you can see, he's got all the hill time, and if you remember in the last game, he had all the caps as well. Unable to hang with Goop, though.
Huge player, Chrome. 29 and 15, man. Playing it really well right now. He made some really big plays this game. We are going to see contesting rotations going on, though, towards the arches. This is going to be the big game changer right here for Calamity eSports, man. They need to win these gunfights. They need to get the rotation. Nemesis Gaming, though, they are going to have the spawns. Big fight about to go down between Oni-san, as he does take out C6.
Honestly, dude,
Calamity, man. You gotta do something in this situation. They're spawning all the way back. Nemesis Gaming, they got a good hold on this right now. I think this could be game over right here for Calamity. It's not looking good whatsoever. DJ, it was all DJ. He had to get the kill, and he does go down to Hazardous Evil. This is not looking good at all.
Yeah, this is not looking good at all. It's gonna be unlikely that they win off this point just because of the sheer amount of... Actually, they probably will win off this point. I just did my math wrong. But Calamity, they're coming to a... This might be coming to a very cataclysmic close for them as they're trying to contest this with 5 seconds remaining before an enemy team win. They do finish it off on this hill, so...
This rotation, man, it's all good. It's all good. Goop, you gotta win this double kill.
That is...
The backup is coming. The cavalry is coming. Goop, you just gotta hold down the fort for just a few seconds. Come on. And he is gonna go down to Hazardous Evil, and that is gonna be game over. Oh man, that was a good game. That was exciting right there. Nemesis Gaming 250 to 175. They played really well there, man. Their map control was great. That's what that whole game did. The control they had over the map. Oh my god, Ray, calm down. Oh my, ooh, that was a good play right there. But nah, their map control there. I mean, when they had them in that back P2 rotation, you know, Calamity eSports spawning in the back, Nemesis Gaming were all just spread apart mid-map, just picking them off, completely destroying any hope of any rotation towards construction. I mean, they played that really well. That was a great game.
Yeah, that was just expert level of play for Nemesis Gaming there, especially halfway point onwards. They were just looking pretty dang untouchable. It wasn't necessarily that they were better at killing or aiming than Calamity eSports, I mean, but it was pretty much their positioning and their teamwork. Calamity eSports, they got caught mid-sprint a lot from what I could see. They got caught on the flank a lot. They just did not have any ability to put faith in the fact that there was nobody coming from behind them, so they couldn't really pre-aim anything. They pretty much just had to... They didn't really have the potential of having faith in their teammates to hold things down because in a lot of situations, their teammates were dead and they were pretty much making a lot of solo efforts there towards the end. But yeah, Nemesis, complete night and day story. It's a complete opposite for them. They looked really good in terms of team play and all that, and as well as gunplay, obviously. But yeah, we are going to be seeing the cookie crumbling the way of Nemesis, and they're going to be moving on in our pre-season league here. Pre-season tournament? League? Whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah, for sure. That is going to secure the semi-final spot for Nemesis Gaming. I mean, it's getting tight, man. This has been a good preseason. We've seen a lot of good games. I mean, we've seen a few forfeits. We hate to see it, but I mean, we got some good games coming. It's gonna be a really exciting final. I really hope I don't cast the final. I really want to be watching that final.
Oh, really? All right. So,
I hate casting the big games, man. I mean, I like casting games, but not the big games.
Oh, I love the big games. So
I want to be sitting there with my popcorn, my rogue energy, and just
Honestly, the big games are always the best games. They're the most hyped, especially when there's a lot of people watching. Just the intensity, always seeing a big crowd always makes me do my job even better because I know if I get hyped, then everyone else around me is going to be feeling that exact same energy. Ideally. But yeah, we are going to be pretty much ending things off now. We've got some more matches coming up, I do believe, the rest of the weekend. So if you guys want to see some more, then make sure you guys go ahead and sub to the channel and hit that bell to turn on notifications. You'll get a quick push notification to know when we're live so you don't miss a second of this awesomeness. And yeah, also join the Discord so that you guys can know the schedule and all that and follow the league on Twitter as well. But yeah, in closing, I have been Comica. This has been good old Chaotix. Anything else you want to say in closing, Chaotix?
Nah, man, great series tonight, great turnout. Appreciate all the people who support K7 League. We would not be able to do any of this without any of you guys and our Patreon supporters and our partners, Gamer Resort and Rogue Energy. I mean, this is a great series. Really appreciate it, guys. Our next game is going to be tomorrow at 9 PM Eastern. Eastern Outlaws versus Knights Templar. Do not miss it. That is going to be a really good game. Two of the best teams in this league